candy bandages, pigs number 2s, and roaches from Harry Potter. These are the 10 weirdest candies you should never show to your kids. Part 2. Number 10. Gummy booboos. Remember the first time you got a bandage? You were probably a kid and just hurt your knee or elbow. The bandage was wrapped around the injury to allow itself to heal and stop germs from getting in. You and your friends probably wrote your names on it and drew all sorts of stuff. Fun times. Whoever made this candy may have had a little too much fun with his bandage as a kid because they made a candy that looked like that. Imagine gearing open a bag of gummy boo-boos only to find a bandage. But it gets worse. On the bandage is a scab with blood on it. Of course, it's not a real scab, but it looks like one, and they expect you to put that into your mouth to eat. Excuse me while we go throw up yesterday's dinner. Even thinking about the candy makes you want to yak. It's gross and should not be given to a child, except as a gag gift. Pranks are allowed, we agree. Number 9. Porky Pooper. This next candy isn't any better because it also uses a gross concept, poop. The idea is in the name already. But what's worse is that the candy comes out of a pig's poop hole. Granted, it's not a real pig, but that doesn't make us feel any better. It's not like we've thought about candies before and decided that the best place to get them is from pig poop. When you tear open the bag, you get a small pouch filled with jelly beans. Now, the candy makers could have just stopped there, and their candy wouldn't be on this list. But where's the fun in that? Instead, they added a tiny plastic bag around 4 inches in length. Now, to eat the jelly beans, you had to swing the pig's head to the side and stuff its stomach with the candy. Next, when you start pressing on the sides of the stomach, it poops it out. How interesting. We're gonna further ruin your day by telling you that the jelly beans are also brown in color. And guess what else is brown in reality? Pig's poop. Number 8. Harry Potter cockroach clusters. Harry Potter is one of the biggest franchises in the world, whether it's the books, the movies, or the toys. There are many wonderful parts of the franchise that we can use as inspiration for candies, but someone decided on one of the weirdest things: cockroaches. Now, it's not a surprise that many people are terrified of bugs, especially roaches and spiders. Those bugs with their many legs belong far, far away from people, don't you think? So why then did this candy maker decide to hurt our brains with a cockroach candy? It gets worse because the candies were designed to taste like a real roach if you ate one. The outer part of the gummy is crunchy, like the shell of roaches, while the inner part, the belly, is softer to chew. That's enough internet for us today. Good night and see you tomorrow. Wait, come back. Cockroach candies aren't the worst things on the list. If you think these were shocking, now we're gonna take a look at jelly beans that taste like bacon, bubblegum that tastes like meatballs, and a bubblegum that tastes like a hairball. Number 7. Bacon beans. There are fewer things more Americans love than bacon and eggs for breakfast. This food is so well loved in the United States that some candy makers have started making candies that taste and look like bacon. First of all, who thought it was a good idea for candy to taste like meat? The entire point of a candy is to taste sweet or sour and have great colors and be fun to eat. But this candy is none of those things. In fact, if you ate some bacon beans after eating the real bacon, you might want to get the candy maker arrested for this atrocity. Like, it's not enough that we have to deal with such a weird candy. The jelly bean comes with cured pork flavor. How bad does it get, you wonder? Well, the candy maker finished by adding that the jelly beans are better for your arteries than real bacon. Right, because removing grease and adding lots of sugar is still healthy. You should absolutely never show this to one of your kids. Number 6. Meatball bubblegum. This candy makes us want to leave Earth faster and move to Mars. Seeing a hot bowl of pasta with the description, hearty Italian style, will make our mouths water, and we'll down that food in less than 2 winks. But slapping the same thing onto bubblegum doesn't make us very interested. No one wants to taste meat as they bite into candy or chew on it for longer than a minute. What was the idea for this candy? I'm pretty sure the original designer is just as clueless as we are right now. Rest assured, your breath won't be minty after eating this bubblegum. Still, it's a hard pass from us. Number 5. Hairball bubblegum. You know what hairballs are, right? Those nasty things your cat throws up you have to clean up. Basically, it's just a ton of hair that's rolled up into a nasty ball. It doesn't look good, and if your cat decides to barf it up, what makes this candy maker believe that we'd want to eat such a thing? Imagine popping a hairy bubblegum into your mouth. Gross. Thankfully, the candy doesn't taste like a hairball. We wonder what it would taste like. Anyway, this bubblegum is still gross, and the packaging even has the picture of a cat coughing up a hairball. Not cool. Number 4. Thanksgiving gumballs. After Halloween comes the next biggest holiday before Christmas, Thanksgiving. It's a time for having a large meal with family and friends and sharing presents in readiness for Christmas. But something's about to ruin it. Do you remember a scene in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory where Violet finds a bubble gum that contains a 3-course meal and she eats it? Well, that gum may be real. Although it's hard to say it won't just be chock full of blueberries or something. Like the candy made by Willy Wonka, the makers of the Thanksgiving gumballs also say that each tin is a 3-course meal. We don't believe them, and neither should you. Why, you wonder? Well, eating one of these bubble gums won't make you full. In fact, the only thing they did to the candy was to make several weird food flavors. So you get a bubble gum that tastes like a pumpkin pie, another like cranberry sauce, and another like turkey. Another candy with meat flavor, how refreshing. Although the bubble gums taste like cranberry and pumpkin pie are somewhat okay. Since they're plant-based, the turkey flavor is what brings this candy into our list. Just why? Maybe if you eat all the bubble gums at once, it'll feel like Thanksgiving dinner. We doubt it though. Starting now, things get serious. It's now time to look at a candy named after a great warrior, candy eaten with its wrapper, and finally, the Tato chocolate bar. Number 3, Genghis Khan caramel candy. Genghis Khan was one of the most popular rulers in Asia a long time ago. He was also a dictator who helped to save the planet by removing the one thing that kills it, people. In Hokkaido, there's a local dish called Genghis Khan. It's made with some lamb meat in a skillet. You start by grilling the meat at the top of the pan with lots of veggies before chopping it up. The dish sounds like a treat, but we doubt the candy does it. In 2002, we got the first Genghis Khan caramel candy in the world from Sapporo Gourmet Foods. The maker wanted to sell it as a sauce, but he couldn't sell a lot, so he just started selling it as candy instead. It's become popular since then. The candy tastes like lamb mixed with sugar, and there are about 18 separate caramels wrapped in each box. Yet another candy that tastes like meat. Number 2, Boatin' rice candy. If you like candy but are too lazy to take off the wrapper for some reason, you'll love this one. The Boatin' rice candy can be eaten with the wrapper, and you'll be fine. The candy is chewy and soft and comes with orange or lemon flavor. The wrapper is edible because it's made from rice paper, but even if you can eat the paper, you don't have to. Just focus on the candy, the cute thing that looks like a tiny cube. The candy comes with a box that looks like a movie theater, which children can play with. There are also stickers in each box of candy for kids to play with. Some of the stickers you can find inside are bunnies using computers, squirrels sitting on mushrooms, cartoon ninjas, and dogs. The candy's sweet, but not too much. When taking out the wrapper, you'll find it's a little sticky. Must be why people just eat it with the paper. You can find this weird candy online sellers in the United States. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Number 1, the Tato Milk Chocolate Bar. Tato is a snack company from Ireland that's been making snacks like crisps since 1956. The company makes crisps in different flavors, as well as other snacks too. They have one of the most popular chips eaten in North Ireland, the Tato cheese and onion. Some years back, the company had a brilliant idea to create a new snack, a milk and chocolate bar containing cheese and onion crisps. The chocolate bar only stayed on for a short while, but sold out fast. A lot of people came online to talk about what they thought of the candy, which was weird because of its long name and strange ingredients. In the end though, no one liked it. It turns out that cheese and onion flavors don't exactly go well with chocolate. Who would have thought? You can't look for this candy and try it yourself now because the company no longer makes it. Just eat their cheese and onion crisps instead, and maybe throw in a chocolate to see how bad it tastes. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.